Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nisse and today we're gonna take a look at the Indian Leopard. This is another mod made by Haruka Ichinose, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and Gabboi, who also made the Sri Lankan Leopard. And Havok and Gabboi also made the I completely lost it there. Persian Leopard, along with Mega Gaming Rex. So at least two of these modders have so far been a part of all of it. And we are gonna take a look at today again, and looking at the picture down here, the Indian Leopard here have a deeper coloration. It's turned more over to a little bit of orange instead of these yellow tones a lot of them have. They still have the same spotting, and the nose is some kind of a middle stage. It isn't a flat nose, but it seems to be shorter than the Persian and the Sri Lankan leopard is, though still longer than the Amur leopards. I'm gonna compare it here to the Amur leopard and the jaguar from the game, mainly because it is an older mod and even in the 300s. So we have 1100 mods since this. So this mod was made long before Frontier even thought about making the Amur leopard, and therefore I assume it is actually made on the jaguar rig. So we're gonna go down here, and this should be, yes, Indian leopard. They are all male to compare that, and I do feel like they hit it very well. It is a tiny bit shiny, but it seems, I'm not sure if he was in the water. If he was that, then it would explain it. But overall he looks very good. He doesn't have the same exact color at the Amur leopard, but we are closer in tone here than any of the other modded leopards were. Here you can see this shorter snout and rounded face, where here we still have the elongated face but clearly a shorter snout compared to the other leopards we looked at. Over here we have the jaguar, just for comparisons, and its color is clearly paler, and it also have this kind of rounded face but with a little more elongated snout. So there's a few differences here in between. I just make these comparisons to help you if you want to know what's new. If I get this, would it add something that the Amur leopard didn't? And I do feel like there are differences, and you can also make completely. I made a kitty cat zoo at a point where it was all cats, and it was actually really fun to have these different subspecies of cat side by side, so you really could see the differences. But that's what I think. Also, if you made a leopard rescue center, then it would also make sense to have a lot of these subspecies, because they are all near threatened or endangered. I don't think in Amur leopard, I think, is extremely endangered, but I'm not sure about that. This one is near threatened, though there are 13,000 of them left in the wild, which I think is the biggest number I have seen on leopards in this mod series. They live in Asia, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. They live in tropical grassland, temperate biomes, and one of them needs 668 square meters of land and 80 of climbable area. I will say though, this is the same for all the leopards. I've seen this far, I'm not done, but this far it's the same. Over here it's not some of them have the number 80 and some have none. But they all both climb and swim. Live from 8 to 42 degrees Celsius, and you need a grade 3 climb proof fence, 3 meter high, that's 9.9 feet. Again, 1 male, 1 female, or 1 of each. There are no interspecies enrichment, and they are promiscuous. They are shy, but guess should not enter the habitat. The male grows to 65 centimeters tall at the shoulder. That's actually smaller than the others. The others was 70. There's a 5 centimeters gap, which is 2 inch. And the females here is 5 centimeters shorter than the male, again 2 inch gap. 60 is around 65 is around 2.5 feet. They live for about 23 years, and the male weigh around 60 kilos, that's at 120 pounds, and females 35 kilos, which is around 70 pounds. They reach age of maturity at age 3, and they can reproduce until they die. They give between 1 and 3 offspring every other year, and they are pregnant for 3 months. They are about average to get to reproduce in captivity, and there are no interspecies enrichment. I have a personal wish that all of these subspecies of leopard would have interspecies enrichment together. Because it's not weird that you would have that in a zoo. If you try to breed them, then you would wish to have the same subspecies. But over time, a lot of the leopards we have around in zoos are mixed subspecies. Because back then, when you started getting leopards into zoos, you didn't know the difference in subspecies. And it's like that with a lot of animals actually from zoos today. If they've been breeded for generations, then at some point you lose track of what's in their blood. So it would just make sense to me that they have interspecies enrichment, but it's not a must. They do have both the scratching 3, scratching pool, and the praise in the sack, rubbing pad, but only this variation. Frozen ice block, both cardboard boxes, the fire hose, chew toy thingy, and the sprinkler. And for food enrichment, we have the rotating line feeder, the pinata zebra, the frozen pop pumpkin, and frozen block of fish. And can I just say this kitten here is black and this kitten here is black, so it apparently aren't that difficult to get pandas in this variation. I also think that when I get back in here, I'm not sure if it changed Indian leopard. Yeah, here. The first time I went in here, I only had the normal color, but I already now have another color here. And you can see my kittens are black. I'm not sure how many kittens I got. Yeah, I got 2 and both of them are black. I will say though, I was lucky to get 2 adults with very good stats. So I don't know if that affected it. But it is very easy to get them apparently. So if you will want pandas, this is your opportunity. So yeah. The issue with both of them being black though is that there are something in the fur I would like to get a close-up of that I can't. But I love black pandas, though I love the... If I could choose between 2 of them, I would go with the normal coloration, because I don't think the panda is that interesting on its own. The interesting part is that it's different, so if it doesn't have anything to compare it to and pull it apart from, then it isn't doesn't have that apart for anything feel to it, and it takes some of the mystique of it. What the? Okay, look at the screen and tell me in the comments, do you see the same thing I see? Oh my god. And I'm just saying, it is possible this is happening to a lot of them, but it's rare I actually see the tongue sticking out. But what happened? How do you do that? By mistake. How? Oh my god. It's like it has two tongues and they're crossed. That's so weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just need to... Better. Okay, close up here. First of all, the eyes are very beautiful. I can see we have a little bit of glitching here on the nose. Keep in mind that might be my computer and not yours, so it won't happen if you download the mod. It is also possible that it is the mod, but most likely it's my computer. We have all of the whiskers, we have this very beautiful face, all of the spots. I would just mention that all of the spots should look very, very different. And even here, they aren't even mirrored because this is off center. And you have these kind of irregular spots which make it more alive. Looking at the fur here on the side though, the texture isn't the best. How close can we get? Here. It more looks like a rock than fur, but it's not the worst texture I have seen, I will say that much. But I do feel like some of the other mods have better texture, though they did remember to make the spots fur, so you can see here the lighter strands going in front of the darker hair strands and the darker hair strands going in front of the lighter ones, which make it more real for me. Again, both of these two things with the fur, when you just play your game, you will never notice. We have the little tail out here, and we have... I do think we have some claws, I just think they're kind of hidden. But overall, yeah, it's a leopard. it's another leopard. But I kind of want to use it just because of the blackness ratio. Now these are 0.4 years old, so they're not that old. You can see here it's hard to get in and really see the fur, but I do like that it isn't just black. They did use gray tones here, and it's not to make the animal have gray hairs, but it's when you have black is the darkest, blackest black there is, so you can't take a darker shade of black and make shades and make depth with it. You can't do that if you use gray tones to highlight and then use the black to deepen other places, and it seems like they did that here, so you can actually see some hair strands here, 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 and here, but I do feel like they disappear very much on the body, which I feel like is an issue. But once again, if you just play the game, it doesn't really make any difference. They're very cute, and they have very well animation. Again, I assume they're made on the Jaguar. And they just, yeah, they're just small black cats, and they're very cute. Oh. Yes. So that was all I wanted to show you for now. So you know the drill, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye guys!